Welcome back. It's me, Khushal Khan again, and today we will continue with our topic with the portal frame structures in Tekla using steel category. Last time we did the bracing for the top for the upper part here. Okay, don't get me confused. I did the complete bracing for to the other side, but we will do the same here. So it's totally the same. I just did the other part, and yeah, and but in the last lecture, we did the bracing for the upper part, and we created custom component, and we applied to the other side here. And now in this video, we will do the bracing for the lower part. So you need to go to the grid 1, but as I did, yeah, and I'm going to the grid day. For me it's a little bit different because I did for the grid 1 and now I'm at the grid 3. So you were at the grid 1, so you should go to the grid 1 and then control P for the plane mode or the plane view, and then control 2 for the, it's control 4 with a very solid color, so control 2, so where we can see their lines of intersections, for the column and the beam and the everything. So we need this one, and shift 4 for the light color for the joints. So in this one we will just do the bracing. So for this is the same like the upper part, for the upper bracing we did. So click this one, okay, and then go to the beam, and because if you select this and then you click on the beam, it means that the new beam you will draw, it will have the same property as the selected one, because it will copy the properties from the selected one. So that's why we doing this, because we want to copy the properties, all the properties from this bracing. So we will copy same it is here, okay. So beam, and then come here to the there's intersection point, and yeah, and then we will go here to here intersection point, okay. This is what we did the bracing, but it's not copied exactly the properties, but yeah, if it's not, so it doesn't matter. Maybe there is something wrong I did, and this totally fine for me. I'll just do the did I went to the maybe I went to the concrete one. Let's do again. Beam, steel one, copy. Okay, no, actually, um, double click, when this will open, so this is how it will copy now. Then beam, yeah, it will copy the properties now, you see. And come here to the intersection point, and here this again intersection, yeah, you see it's totally copied now this time, and we don't need. And yeah, same for the second one, steel, beam, point of intersection, okay, and join it here, okay, to the other intersection point where, yeah, this is the intersection. So this is what we did here till now, and it's quite simple, easy, like a very easy thing that we did here. And now we need to go to the grid 3D view, to the 3D grid, and that's important for us now. Just Control I and go to the 3D grid one, and then okay, Control P from the top. And let me check just for something. Wait a second. This is our grid one. Yeah, and 3D, and yeah, actually what I wanted to see. So when you come to the 3D, this is our grid 3 and this is the grid 1. You are at the grid 1 and I'm at the grid 3. So what we're gonna do here, go to the view, select new view, and this one using 2 points, okay, this one, click this option. You will click here at this midpoint, and then you should come here, okay, and you should click here because you are at the grid 1, and I'm doing bracing at the grid 3. So I will select here the midpoint here. I'm at the grid 3, so I will select this midpoint, you will select this midpoint. Okay, I was just, the direction is this opposite, the rest everything is the same, it's no problem. and then it should be not like this, or it should be perpendicular. Okay, it should be orthogonal, like perpendicular, where you see this sign or and this orthogonal sign, and then just click, and then our view is created. Okay, and this is what we wanted actually. And interrupt, and now just go here. Okay, control P, yeah, and and now you know we why we did this, because yeah, it's in the center now for me. Actually, when it's not in the center, we have to make both parts in the exact center. Yeah, for this okay, you see here, um, this is the top upper bracing. Why we doing this, you know, and this is the lower one. You know, we want both of them to be at the center point. Okay, so this is really important for us. And now you see they at the center, and yeah, and we can check to the other side too. Okay, and they will be in the center. Yeah, and you see both of them are at they are not exactly at the center. I can show you with the with this kind of um, you know, in this mood I think it will be more better. You know, they are not exactly at the center. You got me? Why we doing this? To make them in a perfect center, both of them. That's why we're doing this one. So, and we will do the setting here. This is important while you doing the bracing. But for here, you know, we were so accurate while doing the bracing, because we selected the exact center. So everything, like, you know, they're in the perfect center. You know, they're not overlapping or something. They're exactly at the center. Just a little bit there's maybe the problem or something. We can fix that even if you want. And yeah, so I think there is no need of any fixation. They're exactly in the center. Just for the other part we will do, this bracing is exactly in the center. Yeah, and this is important while you modeling in Tekla, and you have to see, like, you have to create the views and you have to check everything. Yeah, don't care about this one, because you know it's completed, because it's not showing, because you know there is a connections. So how we should do this, you know, this one is the center, we don't need to fix them. And we will just do for, if your one is not fixed, so you can follow me the steps I'm doing here for this one, and you can repeat for the other side. Okay, if it's fixed like my one, then it's totally fine, but if it's not fixed, then you should fix it. One more thing I will tell you, you know, this is the top one and this is the lower one. So we should move the lower one to the center of the top cable, because the top cable is connected to the connection. So if we move the top cable, our connection, it's welded to the column, it will break. So that's why it's important while you, which one that you should move, you should know that. In our case, we're gonna move the bottom cable to the center of top cable, and that's important. Okay, we should take care of our connections and welding and everything. So let's do it. And how we will know that which one is the bottom cable and which one, you can go into 3D and you can check it. But you know, like here we can see 3, this is the bottom one, this is the top one. So it's really simple for us now. Yeah, let me make them in a center. Okay, you can do the same. Click anywhere first, and then select your cable. Okay, the bottom cable. uh, yeah, it's selected now. And then you should click on the move special linear, and then you should pick the distance from this endpoint, you know, to the perpendicular distance. You can't move here because you know it's not perpendicular when you, and you know, this point according to this reference point here, it's exactly the same center, and it's perpendicular. So just click this, and now we got the distance, which is 10 in the x direction, and it's positive. So just move and they will ask you to move. Okay, so don't move. There is no need for any extra setting, and so it's, it's exactly the center now. And okay, and we are done here. So this is what we wanted to do now here, and we put them in the center exactly. And then interrupt and redraw view. Yeah, so our now we will go to our 3D view. Yeah, even you can check from here this side too. Okay, go to the country, yeah, you don't need, if you don't want to use 2 points, you can check here, they both are in the center. You see the top tab, and they're meeting at the center point exactly. And yeah, for the other part you can do, you can check here, you can rotate and go and check it here. That exactly this is the center line of our top cable, and this is the center line of the bottom, and they exactly meeting at this point. So this is correctly, we have correctly placed our bracing system here. And now what we're gonna do, we will change the color. Okay, the color for our um, bracing. So this one I will call, this one, I will say that, go, I will double click on this. I have make it blue. Okay, you should make it blue too. And you should follow me. This is the um, blue color, and this one, and this like a K, one, this is the K, we can call it K bracing. Okay, actually, just if you consider the top one, it's cross bracing or X bracing, but if we just do this, then it is K bracing, and we will change its color. Okay, and this one and this one, we will change their color um, to to red. Okay, so you see this now, this is red, this one, and this one is blue. Why we did this, I'll tell you why. There are many methods, actually to do, um, if you can select this one and click this one, you can show only selected one, you can get this, and you can use another different methods. So we like we can differentiate between them using their colors, their class color. That's why I did this, and it's totally fine, so click anywhere, and then click on the object group, and then you can see here, it's the object group, it's like the view filter between the different groups of object. Okay, so here you can differentiate, you can select the category, like you can select by part, by component, by bolt, by weld, by anything, so like any category you can select, and then you can buy property, like name, profile, material class. Class is usually used for the color category, so we will differentiate, we give them a different colors, so we will differentiate between them, like class, phase, there are a lot of things. I will differentiate them between the class, and then here it's equal and not equal, greater. This is like if function, so we will use that function. So we will say that what's our value. Okay, what was the value for the blue one? It was 5. Okay, and what was the value for the red one? It was 2. So we will use 2, which is equals to 2. It means that when we put our value 2, it everything, sometimes you have a very complex and huge project, and it's difficult to do the fitting, the setting, and things. So here you hide everything else except the color or the part you want. Okay, so let's suppose we have a 10-story building and everything, there are a lot of things complex, so we will hide everything in our project, and we will say only those objects whose class value is 2 will be displayed. Okay, put this here too and enter, modify, and okay, not apply. No, don't click on apply, just modify and okay. And then you can go to your like the view using 2 points, we created that. You can go there, and you can check there all those parts. Let me show you for you. Yeah, so when you go to the views using 2 points, we created it. When you go there and you see everything else which is not red, they are hided. Only those parts which are red, they are visible. Actually, this is just the extra point, the extra thing I'm just showing you. There is no need of this one here for now, so you can like use that option, and you know, like and it's more easier now. You can see them more easily, like, you know, they're in the exact position. Even you can go to their you can choose any color, you know, any mood, the light mood, the gray mood, or and check like is it exactly in the center or not. So that's exactly in the center, so you can use that option when you need. This was just like I wanted to show you. And yeah, go again to the um, object group, and here the value which you put, just uncheck them, you know, and then modify and apply and okay, and you will get your um, the whole value, like the whole drawings. Another thing what we want to do here for now, we will go back again to the grid 3. You will go to the grid A, and yeah, we will create the connections for our this part, you know. um, Let me put my R here. You know, we will create now connection for our column, beam, and these two cables. It's quite simple for this one. So just write 20 tube cassette, okay, and select your main part, then the cables, beam, and cable, and then the mouse wheel. Our connection is created. But this structure is quite ugly. We don't want this structure, and we need to modify this, you know. And we can do this so easily. Click this one, so click here on the cable, and then select this point and click on the move linear. We will this uh, uncheck everything except the Z direction. We will move our cable 200. We will extend it to downward, and we will the shape changes of our cable. And we will do the same for move linear. Yeah, and here for the upper cable, it should be in the up direction, so up direction meaning the positive value. And you see the structure is modified automatically, and now it's like a very good and stable the shape, like in a very nice shape. So this is what we wanted to do here, and do the same for here. Go here and select your tube cassette, and this and this, and mouse wheel, and it's created. And now repeat the steps here. It's quite easy. Select this point, okay, and move linear, and this will be again in the up direction, okay. So this is in the up direction, and the second one, um, it should be in the minus, like down direction. Move linear special, just minus, put here the direction is, and you can see now like they are in a very good shape now. This is what we wanted to do here. And yeah, and you know, it's quite easy and good for us now. So and now we will create we created connections first here and then here, and now we'll create the connection for the last cable with the column, but not with the base plate, not here. We will create the connections of our cable with the column. It's really simple and easy. So just go here. We will, you know, we usually use the tensioner when there is no beam, you know, just the cable with the column, then we use a tensioner cable. But if there is a beam and cable also, then we use the tube cassette, okay. So we join, like we create one common connection for all the cables and the beam with the column. That's important, you know. But here it's just select the main part and the um, our cable, and then the mouse wheel is created. But you know, here our the plate of our cable is just at the base, is connected, you know, it's welded. You can see here, you know, it's welded with the base plate. This is not the best way, and it's not good at all. So we can just we have to move our, you know, click on the cable, click on the endpoint, and move linear. We will move it, okay. And we will move this by, you know, in the up direction, so it will be 200 upward, okay, and then move. And now you see it's much more better than before. It's in the good direction. and second, and we will do the same here. Okay, main part, and then the cable, and then click anywhere, and it just repeat the steps, you know, here, more linear. Okay, and then in the up direction, and that's all we are done here, you can see. And yeah, and here we don't need to mod it because this was simple with few steps, and we don't need to define the custom component or something. Just apply and that's all, and we're done. So this is how we did the bracing. You know, I told you how to, I have shown you that how to do the bracing for the upper part and then for the lower part, and you can follow the same steps and you can do the same bracing for the other side. Like I can show you, you know, what I did in a 3D one. Let me, yeah, you can see here, you know, we did the bracing for the grid one here, and now just follow the same step and do the same bracing for the other side. And it's quite easy, and it will be your homework, and it will be like a practice for you. So follow the same steps and do the bracing here. And so that's all for now. I hope we will meet soon in the coming tutorials. So for now, if bye, and if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section, and like my video if you like it and if it's good for you, and subscribe my channels for upcoming videos. So bye bye, have a nice time.